Okay. Excuse me. This is the next one. I didn't realize how much I didn't get on these. 20 minutes goes so fast. Need to start recording. I'm going to either try to get a bigger card or not push record until we're in the big arena, which I will do today. Doing our round pin stuff. This is kind of all the same. Got to tighten the cinch. I forgot to do that when we came in. See, I jumped a little bit there. So when I bring it back down, I'm going to hit the rail a couple times just to... All these little things seem like nothing. I know a lot of trainers, oh, you're wasting your time doing this, doing that. See, I'm going to hit the rail a couple times. We're just going to get through it right now until he relaxes. Face the fear immediately when it happens. It usually becomes a lot less of a problem. Besides the fact I don't want him jumping sideways when I get on and off on the fence. We've been doing a lot of on and off mounting block the fence. There's a big rock we get on and off. Yesterday's trail ride we did, I got on and off, I don't know, 20 times. Just because he tends to, like that one day he jumped sideways when I got off, and mounting from different stuff, rocks and logs and whatever we can find. You never know what you're going to have to do out on the trail, so the more prepared he is, the better off we'll all be. Now here I didn't ask him to run. Really, the biggest thing with the round pin, I think I explained it before, is not just chasing around in circles, but controlling his speed, controlling his feet. I just asked him to trot, and he started running, so I was trying to slow him down, getting in front of his drive line. Part of this is the whip thing. We weren't using that. I probably should have used it. It's kind of funny because I just didn't expect... he was so not spooky with everything else, I never even thought of the whip. Actually, I think I got the tarp out this time. This was the day. I had someone say, oh, that horse is spooky with the whip, and I said, no, he's not really that spooky. It's random stuff. Tarp he played with, everything else he plays with. So this is just his perception of the whip is run, 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 run. I mean, we want him to move. We want it should be an extension of our arm. We want to be able to use it to get him to move, but only when we ask him to move. There, he slowed down much better just by stepping in front of him. So controlling his speed. Doing his in tight. So this is, he did pretty good. Try to not be too repetitive of some of this stuff. This is why I run out of 29 minutes so fast. I can just speed up and down. Very good boy, just standing and waiting till I'm told what to do. Here, I think we just do some lunging again, just kind of moving his body. There's checking his foot. He seemed like he was a little off, but I didn't say anything. Oh, okay, here's, I'm doing the whip again. So there's where I pick it up. I'm not looking at him, I'm not directing any pressure towards him, I'm just, see, much better than the day before. He does kind of take off again today, but much better than the previous day. So he didn't move, so I stopped. Making a little bit more noise. He didn't move, so I stopped. So now he's taking off again, not a huge deal, just need to reinforce. I'm not directing pressure at him, just we're just trying to fine-tune the difference between when you're supposed to move and when you're not supposed to move. Just thinking about it. Stopped his feet, dropped it. Licking his lips, can't see it, but very well. Licking their lips means they're learning, thinking about it. That was much better. Much, much better. So we just do this for a few more minutes. He had one more freak out. I think I cracked it that time, just to kind of increase. Just gonna wait for him to stop. Right there, he's just in run, run, run mode again, so I'm just trying to give him a minute, get back. There we go. Just thinking about it. There, I drop it. There, we cracked it again a couple times, much better. Not taking off. I'm just hopping just for the heck of it, just to sometimes he jumps, you know, with little stuff, so I'm just, as we work throughout the day, I throw in little stuff where I can, just to make him confident with stupid humans. We're not perfect. Sometimes stuff happens and they need to be able to handle it. Just kind of getting his head. There, I just bumped him back to pay attention. Doesn't need to go anywhere. There, I'm cracking. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm cracking it pretty loud and he's standing. was much better. I cracked that pretty loud. Not looking at him, not putting any pressure on him, just being there. He's a good boy. So I think I sure thought I went faster this day. And I don't know how I didn't get riding on here, but I know I got at least a little bit the next day. Here, I'm just touching him all over with it. Cracking it behind him. Okay. Much better. See, he's a little more relaxed. His head isn't so high. That's where I'm touching him all over with it. I didn't like his ears, but he dealt with it. Okay, so we're done with that. This is where I get the tarp just to show that he's not in general a spooky horse. I mean, he was like this with the tarp on day 1 or 2. I can't remember which one I pulled it out, but it was one of the first few days, and he no problem with anything that I've thrown at him so far. He doesn't even, there's not even a point where he flinches. In fact, here, he picks it up and plays with it. See, this is how he's been with all the random stuff, you know, balls and tarps and pom-poms and bags and caution tape and, you know, he's done all the stuff that some horses, balloons, he's had no problem with anything. Yeah, there he ripped it. Didn't bother him much. So we just did that for a few minutes. Swung it over him, he's fine. Walks over it just fine. Oh, I did get some fence on here. He doesn't like me up on the fence. We just started this, so. I'm just trying to get him comfortable with me being up way above his head. Moving around, getting him to come stand by me. Our fence is a little bit higher than most fences, so see, he's not too sure about me being up there. So I'm just slight pressure. When he gives a step towards me, I'll let go. Pressure and release. Gives a step. Yeah, he's walking sideways, so I'm going to try to get him direct a little the other way. Yes, I'm just moving around. Some of it looks pretty silly to most trainers, but some get it. It's really good on this side. He's just bad on the other side, which we've been focusing more on. Relax a little bit. Drop his head a little bit. So I'm going to move him over. Work on that other side, which he does not like. See there? Just little things. It's the little things that get him, so that's why I'm doing the silly stuff. Waving my hands around. Stomping on the ground. That was really good. He was much closer there. See, all I did was move, so I'm going to swing my foot, tap the saddle. There, he's kind of resisting the pressure, so as soon as he gives a couple steps, I release it. Give him a second. A couple steps, release it. Oh, and there's my 29 minutes. Okay. There's a few more on here. I'm going to have to start this one again. Or on a new one.